Alright, what's up guys? I got two battles here for you. They're both kind of short, but I figured, I felt like crap yesterday, to be completely honest. So I figured, I'd put two battles today, get to somewhat of a decent length, and then we'll get it going. So we'll go from there. The first one is versus one Acer5ful, I believe his name was. So this is a standard 4th gen match. I believe these are both standard. And they both have lead metagrosses, which is kind of interesting. So I'm going to lead with my Gallied on this one, go for the close combat. And seeing that it's a little bit more, physically defensive, I'm going to go ahead and go out to my Zapdos, not really fearing the Meteor Mash or the Bullet Punch at all. And I did kind of expect him to switch right here, but I guess he knows that Zapdos is kind of a big threat to his team, so he figures, if I'm going to try to set up or I'm going to try to do anything, he will not stand for that. So he's just going to go ahead and explode in my face, eliminating Zapdos, which, didn't really impact the match too much, but I like my Zapdos. I like having my Zapdos around and having it exploded on his... Anyways, we both got base 115 speeds here, and I don't know if he's running max speed or not, but I won the theoretical on-paper speed tie there, and he goes for another Calm Mind. Or not another one, his first one. What? Okay. Now, I figured here he might have switched, or I think this was a misclick on my behalf. But the Hacks Gods were like, hey, here's a crit anyway. Raikou's being greedy and fat and whatnot, wants to get more Calm Minds. But whatever. I see a T-Tar, and now that he knows I have Grass Knot, because looking back on it, I think that was a misplay anyways. But I go for the Grass Knot, and it does less to this thing than it did to Raikou. I mean, the other thing was a crit, but I don't know, I just find it ridiculous. And he has a Citrus Berry, which is, eyebrow raising all over the place. But he's got a Sandstorm going, and he's got +1, but thankfully I still outspeed him, and I do about half again, as always. I really would have loved the crit there. But he's just going to go ahead and hit me with the Stone Edge, I guess for lack of having Crunch or Pursuit, or I don't know why he went for the Stone Edge, but that seems to work out, I guess. So I bring in my Gliscor here, and knowing that he's slower than Azelf, there's kind of a big speed margin there, and I'm thinking from the damage he took on Grass Knot anyway, he's probably kind of bulky. So if he were to start dancing up, he wouldn't be as fast as he's letting on by blatantly dancing right in front of my face instead of killing me. So it's kind of obvious you need a little bit more dances, but we're just gonna take care of that. Well, we already took care of it. So I see a Shaman, and I don't like that matchup just in case it does have the HP Ice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch out any growths, and I'm like, I don't see too many growth Shamans. I used to run one of those in 5th gen, and it wasn't really working out too good for me. But I figure once again that he's gonna switch out, so I go for the sub, but he actually goes for the Seed Flare on my sub, which, despite being not very effective, is still gonna break it, because it's 140 base power before stab, and that's gonna be 210. It's just a great move, and Staraptor doesn't have the natural bulk to take it. So I'm sitting in here, and I figure if he's just gonna try playing that game, I'm just gonna go for the Brave Bird while I still can. And it's going. I think it kills. It doesn't kill it. Wow. Which is very surprising, which goes to show that this is a way, way bulky Shaman, but he hidden powers me, and I'm thinking the Sandstorm's going to take him out anyway, so it's not really that vital, I guess. Yeah, Sandstorm does take him out. I'm a little out of it right now for some reason. And I haven't really seen this match before. But I'm going to go ahead and switch in my Gallied as he goes to Dragonite. And I'm just going to go ahead and take him out with the Ice Punch. I had no idea if there was going to be a speed tie there or whatever it is. I think they might have the same speed right off the top of my head, but I just went for it because I figured, he might have DD'd on the switch, so there's no need to over-predict this late in the game at all, especially when I got a good thing on my set. This last one happens to be a Snorlax, no question about it. I'm just going to go ahead and go for the close combat, and that is definitely going to be the win. That was game 1 of 2. Had a lot of fun with this one on the stream. I guess just because of how quick it was, because it was I guess it was kind of a slow night, or it might have been kind of a fast night. I really don't remember. I had a bunch of this stuff in the folder. I took out 2 of the lowest file size videos, and that happened to be one of them. As will the as is the next one, which I think is against. Oh my God! Why can I not remember the name of my opponent? I think it's Jay Shot or something like that. It was. I don't know. He says he did horrible. I didn't think he did half bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and do him a favor and play it back right now. And I mean, it's kind of like a vague scenario here, because I mean, if he thought he played bad and I thought he played good, and he didn't really give me consent. I thought he played good, so that's the reason I'm not uploading it. I'm not going to go ahead and mention your name and say, oh, you did a shit job, you did pretty good. So I got lead Roserade, he's got Metagross. I figured it's just Stealth Rock, Akaberry, all that stuff. I fought at least 6 of these that night. It just got ridiculous, but it turns out it doesn't even have the Akaberry. So Hidden Power Fire is probably going to be a 2-hit KO. I'm not seeing lefties or anything out of this, or I don't know what it has. But he goes out to Star me because he sees that it's Hidden Power Fire. Or it could be HP Ground, you know, but Roserade's often carry the Hidden Power Fire. And because, you know, I put him to sleep first turn, didn't miss or anything like that, I still have my Sash. So I'm going to sit in here and take this Ice Beam. It doesn't even bring me all the way down to my Sash, even with Life Orb. So Roserade is really good on the Spec D side. And I'm just going to go ahead and retaliate with a Leaf Storm here. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned countless times how much I love Roserade as a lead, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it one more time. I love Roserade. I mean, it just gets things going, especially with against a lot of the slower leads, but it'll scare off Swampert and all that. You know, I'm just rambling. I'm like that Pokemon fan club guy with his Rapidash and whatnot. But as you can see, you know, his Metagross is asleep, down to half health. I took out the Starmie. I took out half of this health from this Vaporeon on -2 spec attack, so pretty good. I can bring in Gallade right now, and I'm gonna go for close combat. I don't know how much EVs he has in defense, but judging how much it did on the how much Leaf Storm did on the Spec D side, it might be a little bit, but you know, it took him out just fine, so that's great. He recognizes that I have a lowered defense here, so he goes ahead and goes for the extreme speed here, and I'm thinking, oh wow, that's a lot, and I live with 1. I live with 1, and I kill him with the Ice Punch. Now, this is weird because I have 2 normal leads, like this Gallade plays a lead role, but I just kind of tucked him in back because I wanted to bring Roserade too. But that kind of worked out. I mean, I cleaned up Vaporeon, and I lived with 1 to take out the Dragonite, so that's pretty cool. I bring in my Dragonite at this point, and, you know, honestly, I hate this thing's nickname. I don't even know what I was thinking when I made it. It makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm just kind of glad it dies off to that Hidden Power Ice. I'm thinking it's Life Orb from the amount of damage it does. I'm not invested or anything. But, yeah, it does a good amount. I'm thinking he might be Specs, actually, because he switched out immediately after into probably Metagross's fodder. But this is my SDA, but I wanted to bring the Choice Banded one, but this worked out pretty good too, because I was able to set up on the Switch, and he's still asleep, so I could have set up another one if I really wanted to. But I figured, you know, +2 this late in the game, I've seen the majority of his team, and I feel comfortable just going for it right after this point. Gonna go for the Blaze Kick. I want Flare Blitz, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I like Blaze Kick because, you know, there's no recoil to it, and I'm running Life Orb too. But Blaze Kick is missed at some really inopportune times, so I'm probably going to switch over to Flare Blitz because Blaze is nice too. But, I mean, Blaze is in the ability. But he's going to go ahead and Bullet Punch. I have 1 defense drop, but I should be able to take it okay. And I live with 51, and I'm just going to go ahead and go with the Blaze Kick for the win. So that's all I got for today, you guys. I recognize I am running out a little bit on the backup battle footage here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do because, you know, I said I wasn't going to be battling for like a week. But to be honest, I might stream. I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but I might stream on Saturday depending on my mood. I don't know yet at this point. But that's it for today. I feel like I'm talking to the mosh pit right now, but I'm not. Okay. 4th gen, 5th gen rounds are up. I have a new Ninbuzz video. I have a new mosh pit video. I suppose I can link everything once again, and that'll do it for today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.